Hello, darling Pisces, and welcome to your May 2019 general read. I'm Jade with yesYesYes. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm going to start today. I've done an overall for the year, so I always start with those, and then we'll do a past, present, future spread with the Rider-Waite. And let me just say a few things. Oh, if you're interested in a personal read, I've got my website listed in the box below. Let me know if this resonates for you. This is sun, moon, and rising signs. And I'm always curious to see, because it's, they're general reads, so we, all of the readers, we all do our best. So let me know in the comment section how it resonates for you. Hit that thumbs up button if you do like it, because it helps the channel out so much. And I also am getting over a head cold, so I may end up getting a little nasally at some point, hopefully not. But it's been fun so far reading today. So let's get started here. We've got for the month, we're starting you off with the Ace of Swords. So we've got some clear truth coming, and this could be you really finally saying your truth. We had a Mercury retrograde in March, and then April, kind of trying to right ourselves from that. So now you really might be feeling the energy of moving forward and really stating your truth and what you've been thinking about. What have you been thinking about, Pisces? Yeah, curious about that. I'm feeling like there's truth coming to you even, because we have the Rider card that's clarifying this, which means that it's coming in fast. So there could be a new communication coming in, or it could be some truth. And we do have a couple, we just had those couple of, Libra full moons. Full moons are when the truth comes in. So when the next full moon it's Scorpio, and I think it's later in the mid-month. So that could be when this truth comes in. Something's coming in for you this month, Pisces. So I'll be curious to see what that is. I like that the Ace of Swords is very similar to the look of your Mayan, your shamanic, I keep calling it Mayan, mystical shamanic oracle card. So see, they're both staffs. That's what I'm trying to show you. So the staff is, this will not pass. This is you stating your truth and not letting anybody else really sway you. If you see that there's a trespass happening, this is you stating, no, this is not gonna work for me. I'm not having it, basically. This is the I'm not having it card, okay? So again, if this is you stating your truth this month, it's coming in quickly. Your opportunity to do so is coming in quickly. All right, let's see how that relates to the rest of the reading. I'm interested now in seeing what's going on. Everything's been pre-shuffled, by the way. Interested in, for Pisces, for the past. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Past energies, and this is general energies for all of you. So let's see what's been coming up. I love it. Again, Ace of Swords. So maybe this is an energy you're moving past in the upright. That truth coming in, the conversation, it's communication, right? So air sign energy, and it cuts straight through. So if there was ever any confusion, like what we were talking about with it being Mercury retrograde, the truth has come in and it's cut through. And we have the Two of Wands. So we're also talking about a new venture, right? Something new, and the twos are collaborative. Well, they're partnership. Threes are more collaborative. So the twos, you're laying two wands. Like, see, he's looking past, he's waiting for them to start to develop something next. The next one would be the 3, and then to the 4. So, and holding on to the world, really looking at things truthfully for what they are, and making plans based on the truth, okay? And that can be a new thing here. New thing for Pisces. We've also got the King of Swords. That came out in the reverse. So it's trying to make sure that the truth is coming in a way that is heard compassionately by all ears. The King of Swords is tough and decisive, but he's also he's unfeeling. There's no emotional connection. He just rules. He says the truth, and he has no no care really or compassion for how it's being received. With it being in the in the reverse, that's telling me that there's the need for compassion. Okay, so if this truth has come in, or if you're needing to clear the air and to say something with your truth, make sure that you're balancing that with compassion, because otherwise this new, this venture that's going to start, that you really want to begin, is not going to go anywhere. Now, this could be truth that, in this new venture, it could be a new creative partnership, a new work or new action oriented, that's usually work. Could be fitness even, where, maybe you start a new fitness routine with a friend. But a lot of times, if this is leading towards relationship, and we'll see how it develops, just be compassionate with your truth. I know, when we're trying to figure it all out, sometimes we need to just say the things so that, and don't get, we don't want to be interrupted, so that we say all the things that need to be said. What I would advise you here is maybe try writing it out first. If there is this truth that needs to be said, write it out first, then see what resonates, and then once you've practiced the idea of writing it and saying it, then you can soften the words a little bit. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so this is, again, past energy. So this truth might have already come. You might have come to a head with someone else. Let's see. And this can be very much work related, because we don't have any cups. So I'm just seeing just the swords and the wands currently. Now, for present energy, okay, I get it. I gotcha. Present energy for Pisces. Okay, we've got everything in the reverse. 6 of Wands came out in the reverse. So if this truth was coming forward, you're not feeling like it's either over with, like it hasn't nixed the situation, or you're not feeling very good about the truth. So if you said what you had to say, and you were still working on your compassion, and it didn't quite come out compassionately, you might have had some backlash. You might be, this might be a new thing for you. I'm feeling like it is for Pisces, that it's a new thing to say truthfully what you're going through, what you're feeling, because it's, very much an internal process. And so you may not be feeling in your best energy because you have shared this truth. Maybe you did it in a way that didn't come out with the compassion, which is very highly unlikely. But it's possible, because you really needed to say it, that it came out and kind of took away from your power, or you're feeling good about it. The other thing is that there could have been a truth that came out that really hurt you. Okay, so it's going to go either or, but some kind of communication has come out that is now you're not feeling good about. You're not feeling like it's getting you further along your path, but in fact it's wounded. Okay, we've got the Hierophant. He came out in the reverse. Could be, and this is major arcana, it could be Taurus energy. He's not acting right. He's not in his right mind either. But the Hierophant is about tradition and structure. So if there was something that came out that threw things off, so if this is a marriage, right, and your marriage is thrown off, you're not feeling very good about it. We've also got the 5 of Cups, and that came out in the reverse. So maybe you're starting to see things for truly what they were, or what they are. And it could mean that if it is a loving relationship, that there was a truth that came out, or some communication that came forward that was hurtful, doesn't feel good. It's breaking up the tradition. It's breaking up the connection that you might have had, that structure and stability that you might have had. And you're starting to see you're starting to see the disappointments for what they are, okay? The truth of the situation for what it really is. Now, the 5 of Cups it urges us to look at the truth, because the truth is that there's still 2 cups that are not overturned. But when it's in the reverse, it really is just kind of sulking and, feeling that down. Are you feeling really down, Pisces? I don't want you to. You don't deserve that. But this situation has got you feeling down. We'll just say that. You're not feeling like anything has come forward and changed anything. So maybe even though you've been talking about things, maybe this is a partnership, and it's the partnership itself is changing. your feelings are not changing quite yet. And they're not changing for the good, okay? Because you have to get through this ick. Now, if this is not about a partnership, we're talking about a traditional role that you might have been playing. And this could be as a mother, it could be as a father, it could be in your work position, where some kind of truth, something came out communicatively, where you were really hoping that you were building something that was going to last in this work relationship or in this work situation. However, something came forward and it was, and you could have spoken your truth or somebody else could have spoken the truth about it. And now you're feeling as if it's ruining the situation and that it's not moving forward. It's not able to be what it once was. You're going to have to revisit it, revise it, or you're going to have to leave it. So that's, I think right now what you're feeling is like it's just not working the way that it is. The truth is known. It's clear and obvious. How do we change it so that it feels better? And so it's either leaving the situation completely or really digging in and trying to modify it. So question is, Pisces, what's coming forward for you? What do you really want to dig in, or do you want to leave it as it is and do something else? Okay. All right. Major cards here. We've got the Emperor that came out in the reverse. Could be a Taurus or an Aries. I said Taurus earlier. The Emperor is really Aries card, I feel. Then we also have the Strength card that did come out in the upright. So what I'm feeling is that it might be a struggle at work, or it might be a struggle with someone who is very authoritative. So this could be a struggle with a boss, but it could also be somebody who's very domineering, who wants to have things their way, who is used to getting their way. And it's just not working. That energy, especially with it not being energy that's going to be compassionate and considerate of your feelings, I don't know how it's going to work, okay? I'm seeing a couple of things that are upended. Now, the good news is with the Strength card being in the upright, this is your energy here. You're seeing your self-worth despite the fact that this other person doesn't. So I like that even though you may not be feeling so good right now, in the future, you're going to start seeing the clarity, which is that it's all on this other person. If it's the boss, if it's your business partner, if it's your romantic partner, there's this other person, this other authoritative energy here that's just not quite acting with consideration for you. And you're really being guided to look at and feel your self-worth despite it, okay? The other thing is that both could be your energies. And that it's hard for me to see Pisces in this way, but if you have spoken your truth so quickly and it didn't turn out so well, now you're trying to backpedal a bit, and we're trying to come out of feeling or being seen as authoritative, okay? So you might be trying to recreate even the situation where you initially had to speak your truth, but you want to do it again in a way that's more compassionate for the other person involved. It's called nonviolent communication or conscious communication. There are a million and different ways to learn from that type of communication style, where you are speaking what you need to be said, making sure that there's space to be heard. And sometimes it's not time to respond. Sometimes the other person doesn't respond right away. You make time for that at another time. So perhaps this is just a new way of learning how to communicate with another, whether it be a business partner, a boss, or in a relationship. Okay. The future, we also have the King of Pentacles that came out in the reverse. So we've got some, and this is, it might be right back into that Taurus energy. This is the letting go, okay? The King of Pentacles, he has everything together, the stability, the structure. I think I was just doing Capricorn reading, and they might have had that energy there as well. The letting go of the structure, the letting go of this need to control. So in the future, what you're really being guided towards is to feel your self-worth, to release any type of authoritative or dictating energies and any type of control, right? It's not about being stable and structured. It's about feeling good and being in your highest excitement. Totally different elements here, okay? I'm gonna get some clarifiers because there's a lot of major energy here on the table for you, Pisces. And I'm trying to open it up so that it can be you as well as another. So sometimes that can get us a little, it can get a little confusing. So I just want to clarify. Got the Hanged Man. New perspectives are needed. I feel like you're going to embrace that new perspective. That's probably what this reading is really about, is that it's you're here for the reading to get the new perspective, okay? And it's you really looking at it, okay? You're really pulling yourself out to take a look at what's really going on so that you can approach it, come back to it in a different way. Because this first way, I don't think really worked well. Even though you might have said what you needed to say, or the other person said what they needed to say, it kind of fell apart. And so now you're trying to redo it. And I feel like with this perspective, you'll be able to. Now we also have the Three of Pentacles that came out in the reverse. So it's, what I'm feeling is that it's, if it's work related, it's saying there's not a collaborative way to move forward together. This collaboration is not working. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. If it's a relationship, there's, the long-term building isn't happening. We need to revise it, okay? We've got the Six of Swords. There's nobody's quite moving on, right? Not leaving things behind, but we need to revise it. We need to look at what's going to work, what we really want to survive, and keep that, and then let the rest of it go away. And I'm feeling like the stuff that needs to go away is the control issues, the authoritativeness, the dictatorness. So if it is three people working together, it needs to be equal. Okay, not one person is in charge of all three, the other two people. All three people need to be working together. If that's a family situation, and it's you, your person, and a child even, or a parent or somebody else that you're caring for, that person who's being cared for also needs to be equal, okay? That's what this Three of Pentacles is saying, is that there's not the equivalency of the three, which is really quite a magical number because it's creative, it's magical, it's the element of inspiration, okay? So when the threes are working in concert together, when the cards are upright in a three, it actually means that business is happening, things are moving forward, enjoyment, pleasure, all of the things are good, okay? When it's in the reversed, then it just means that there's a glitch in the matrix. There's a cog that's not quite working. Okay, let me get one more card for you, Pisces, because there's a lot of work that's being done. I think this is you saying, this will not pass, we cannot do this, we need to redo, revise, and restructure. Okay, and the Five of Wands. So this is our struggle card, but it came out in the reverse. So putting the wands down, no more struggle. This doesn't have to be a fight. We want it to be a collaboration, right? I don't feel like anybody's going anywhere. So if this is a relationship, I don't feel like this is the end. I think it's just a revision. If this is a work situation, nobody's quitting. It's just a revision. So you're looking at your contract and looking at your job description and deciding what's going to work best for you. Okay, there's so many possibilities that this can be. Just apply it to whatever situation that works for you. But there doesn't have to be a struggle. So I feel like, Pisces, you're kind of wiping your hands clean of this, saying like, look, I've said my truth. I said it in a way that might have, that could have been softer. It didn't, it kind of blew up. Let's go back. Let's revise. Let's revise the whole situation so that we can move forward. There's no struggle, no fight, none of that needed. And that's what I'm feeling. So there's lots of truth coming out. Lots of truth coming out. I saw, Ace of Swords, double Ace of Swords, and it's coming out quickly, right? It's coming in quickly to show you, sorry, you can't see that, to show you that big change can happen at a blink, right? It can happen in a snap of a finger. And so this energy right now in May, this is turning, and this is This is up to you to turn it, because I think that you're the one who realizes what's going on. You're seeing it here. Everybody else involved is kind of reacting. So Pisces, pull yourself out, look at the truth, and then step forward to make that revision that's needed. That's what I have for you. Let me know how it resonates for you in the comments section below. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Hit that thumbs up button if you're feeling it. And I'll be back for more readings soon. I'll see you guys soon.